Like our emotional moods, we go through different moods every month, every week, every day. In my case, sometimes every hour.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
All right, hey there, fashion friends. Welcome to today's episode and thank you for tuning in. So what are we talking about today? Style moods. Yes, which style mood are you? So if you did miss previous episodes, I have been speaking to how to find your personal style. So down below, I have a link to the playlist, which has touched on how to find your personal style, as well as 17 different style types. So in my how to find your personal style video, I go through the general sort of steps on how to find your personal style. But with my continued episodes, I am further breaking down into helping people familiarize themselves with their own personal style and being able to better identify it in a more smaller, more detailed way versus a very general sort of overview. We have touched on the personal style types. So on today's video, we are diving into style moods. A lot of you are asking how to find your style personality, and as well as that, how to style your multiple style personalities. So I think you got to establish your style types, and then as well as that, you need to establish your sort of style moods. So once you have those things established, it's a lot easier to figure out your style personality or style personalities. It will help you to have that ongoing awareness of what works for you and what works for different outfits and what really works to add elevation, to add further style to the looks. Being aware of these two different things will also help you to better balance the style personalities, which we will further get into in ongoing videos in this personal style series. So I will try to share a few different examples here today, but if you want even more examples or inspiration, you can follow me on Pinterest, and I will have different mood boards for the different style moods as well, the different combinations. You can follow me on Pinterest at I'm Emily Wheatley. So with that, let's get started because we got a lot to get into. Like I did on my 17 style type video, I'm going to include the dictionary definition of each of these moods, as well as go into sort of my take, my definition, and different examples for each style mood. Okay, so number one is casual. The dictionary definition is without definite or serious intention, careless, or offhand, passing. Doesn't really put casual in a good light, does it? In the style types video, I did mention casual as a style type because I do think that you can have a casual style type and you can have a casual mood. The casual style type speaks more to a more specific type piece, to specific pieces, whereas the casual mood is going to be more of the feeling, what you're incorporating in the feeling of an outfit. Because casual for me in a style mood is more referring to sort of your comfort zone. So it's going to be pieces that you're just comfortable wearing, whether it's comfort wise or even style wise. It's just those effortless pieces in that way. Not necessarily meaning that you don't have intention with them, but just meaning that you're a lot more comfortable with them, so you don't have to necessarily have as much thought or intention with them. For me, this is gonna be my sort of staple jeans and t-shirts, which is my just go-to default look. I'm very comfortable in this look. So for that reason, I'm very comfortable, very confident, and can style it just super easily. Don't really have to think about it. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna just be boring, casual look. It just means that I'm comfortable with it, and sometimes that's a really good thing because if you're comfortable with something, it's a lot easier to add just little touches of style or little touches of details to really elevate the look and make it look even more effortless. So for others, maybe it's dresses. I've had lots of subscribers comment about how dresses are their favorite thing, their go-to thing. So for that reason, I would say dresses would then fall under that casual category for them because it is something that's within their comfort zone, they're comfortable wearing them, and they're comfortable in them style-wise. So that will definitely lie within their comfort zone. Okay, number two is edgy. The dictionary.com definition is daringly innovative, on the cutting edge. All All right. This is definitely my favorite style mood. Again, if you've been following me for a while, you know I love me some edginess. This is definitely incorporated in my casual mood as well because it is within my comfort zone. So speaking to the edgy mood, this is not necessarily speaking to a literal sense of edgy, of, you know, styling, you know, black pieces or leather pieces or studded pieces, you know, those literal sort of edgier pieces. This is more speaking to choosing pieces that are a little bit more daring, pieces that maybe aren't as mainstream, maybe it's a little bit more fashion forward, or maybe it's just adding a piece that adds contrast to a look. So it doesn't necessarily have to be super, super literal. For some, this mood is just reserved for those times that you really just want to elevate a look for certain occasions. And for others, like myself, it's a priority for their looks. So whatever your style type may be, this is going to be the style mood that's just gonna push it over the edge a little bit more in terms of style, in terms of that elevation that I always speak to, that separates itself from your normal sort of look or outfit within the category, within the style type. So an example being, maybe it's you are an edgy boho vibe. Maybe it's that you're gonna wear this really beautiful, flowy, sort of feminine dress, but then you're going to combine that with an edgy pair of combat boots and maybe a biker jacket. And so although those pieces are edgy pieces, it's also adding the contrast, and that's really the style mood. It's not necessarily the pieces that you're adding, it's more the fact that you're adding that contrast. You're stepping a little bit further out of that mainstream, out of that expected sort of look, and you're making it a little bit more unexpected. And so that to me is where you get the edgy mood. Another example of this could maybe be an edgy sophisticated vibe. So maybe you're somebody that wears a lot of pantsuits. So having a really nice pantsuit with a really cool fierce pair of heels, but then adding that little bit of contrast of the sort of youthful playfulness of a really cool graphic t-shirt. So again, it's not necessarily an edgy piece, but it's adding that unexpected contrast, that unexpected detail, which elevates the look and makes it separate from all the other looks out there. As well as that, it's a little bit more daring, it's a little bit more bold, and again, making it a lot more edgy. I'm doing this a lot today, Sorry if that's annoying. I know that's a pet peeve for some people is this, but I end up doing it a lot. It's like a weird, like, I don't know. Number 3 is classic. The dictionary definition is of the first or highest quality, class or rank, serving as a standard, model, or guide. Again, this is similar to casual. You can have a classic style type as well as a classic style mood. Again, the difference being that a style type will be speaking more specifically to the actual pieces themselves, the style of the pieces themselves, whereas a classic mood is speaking more to the vibe, more to the mood. So classic can be used in all different style types because every single style type, every single style category has a classic mood within the range of the style type, encompassing the sort of highest standard of that style type that really seems to never go out of style, that is sort of the guiding post of the style type. So an example of this would be, say you are a gothic style type, but you are a classic gothic. So what this basically means is that what you're going to incorporate, you're going to probably wear something that's inspired this style category, is also going to never really go out of style and is going to be very timeless for that reason. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't then incorporate other different moods or other different style types within that. Another example of this would be like the classic androgynous, like a 3-piece suit with a pair of Oxford shoes, just because these are like the highest standard of fashion of this kind of category, and as well as that are never going to go out of style, are very timeless pieces, so therefore encompassing that classic mood. Number 4 is sexy. The best PG description I could find is excitingly appealing, glamorous. So this style mood is pretty self-explanatory if you want to take it in a literal sense, but there's definitely a pretty wide range when it comes to sexy. So a lot of people can take this as being a little bit more revealing, which is definitely a vibe, which is definitely a mood for sure. Somebody that likes to wear low-cut t-shirts to just show a little bit of cleavage. Maybe it's somebody that's really proud of their midriff, and so they'll wear crop tops with low-rise jeans. Maybe it's somebody like me. I find it just sexy when you wear a really clingy sort of drapey type t-shirt, just that clings to you in all the right places with like a really tight pair of jeans. But ultimately what a sexy mood is to me, what I see it as, is something that is sort of exuding confidence. So an example being, let's think about a man in a well-fitted, tailored three-piece suit. Ladies, sexy, am I right? It's not necessarily sexy in the sense that it's revealing. It's more sexy for the fact that the man who wears that suit has to be somewhat confident to wear that suit, because not a lot of men are confident enough to wear a well-fitted suit that really shows it all, you know? So another example being a woman in a really well-fitted tailored sheath dress with a pencil silhouette, then paired with a fierce pair of stiletto high heels. Yes. Again, this is a very classic, very sophisticated look, but is extremely sexy in my opinion. The reason why it's sexy is because you're adding in that little bit of confidence with the fierce stiletto high heel. Because to wear those, you ultimately have to have some confidence. It takes some serious confidence to wear heels like that, because you have to be confident that you're not going to fall and break your neck. You're going to have to be confident that you can actually properly walk and look normal. So there is that element of that confidence. So again, when you're wearing those heels, you're exuding that confidence and by default, exuding that sort of sexiness. Let's take that same example of the fitted sheath dress and then pair that with, say, a pair of classic kitten-heeled pumps, and you still have a really nice classic look, but you're probably going to take it down to a more casual level, a more classic level. It's just not going to exude the same sort of sexy mood as, say, the stiletto high heels. Okay, number 5 is conservative. Traditional, in style or manner, avoiding novelty or showiness. So I would actually say that this is probably your most common style mood for the average everyday person. These are going to be people that are just looking to have a traditional style, regular or common, I guess. That is going to be kind of your conservative mood. They're ultimately just going to want to fly under the radar and not draw a lot of attention to their looks. So let's say you are a conservative, preppy style personality. This probably means that you are going to choose the classic pieces like the, khaki cotton pants with polo shirt and some boat shoes. That's your like stereotypical classic preppy look. So you're gonna probably choose something like that, but not really add any sort of personal flair, any sort of extra style detail in there to really separate it from other preppy looks. You're just going to be happy with the sort of traditional aesthetic of that look. And number 6 is chic. So this is casual and understated style, as in dress or decor, that expresses a specified trendy lifestyle or activity. Fashionable, stylish. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. This to me is the ultimate style mood when it comes to wanting to have elevated style. The reason for that just being that it basically incorporates all of the style moods. It's the epitome of casual in the sense that everything is within your comfort zone, so basically making everything very effortless and not really something that you have to really think about, which gives you that effortlessness. You're edgy because you're always looking to be cutting edge, looking to be, separate yourself from the herd, looking to kind of put your stamp on things. And you incorporate the classic mood by choosing the highest standard of your style categories, but not letting it define your style so that you're not stepping outside of the comfort zone of those pieces. And you're sexy because you are confident in what you are wearing. This style mood is not always necessary. No, definitely not. But it definitely becomes a default when you become more comfortable and confident in all of the different style moods. So the perfect example of a pairing of a style mood with a style type is the boho chic. I feel like that is one of the most well-known style personalities is boho chic. Boho chic to me encompasses all of these style moods, just that you have your classic mood being incorporated with probably choosing a classic sort of boho piece. Maybe it's a really flowy dress, maybe it's a really flowy cardigan and feminine sort of top, but then adding in some contrast to those pieces, maybe from one of the other style types, which then gives you that edge, and then bringing in that sexy mood with maybe it's a pair of really fitted jeans, which also then adds some contrast as well, but ultimately exuding some confidence, and just rounding it out with the casual mood, which puts you in that comfort zone, encompassing all the moods to effortlessly get you to that chic style mood. All right, you guys, so there we have it. 6 different style moods. Yes. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what your style mood is. So comment below and let me know. Like I said before, this will be an ongoing series. So if I did not touch on something here today, it is ultimately because I will be talking about it in further episodes, because I'm trying to make these episodes as focused as possible, because it allows for me to be able to dive further in with detail versus having to fit so much into one episode, which I think becomes a lot more overwhelming. So definitely, if this is of interest for you, I will link the playlist down below and you can follow that playlist to make sure that you are following with this series. All right, so if you did like today's episode, help me out and give me that thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe for future weekly episodes if you haven't already. If you have already subscribed, make sure that you've clicked that little bell, because that is what notifies you when I post new episodes. All right, you guys, so you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, love and support each other, and we will definitely be chatting soon. Bye.